What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Talk 4K Blu-rays. And today's 4K Blu-ray takes us back to 2013 for the third movie in the Riddick franchise, simply called Riddick. Real original, right? Shout Factory just put out this gem in 4K for the very first time. Let's check it out. Standard slipcover, like all Shout Factories. Inside, 4K disc, and then two separate Blu-ray discs because there's two versions of the film, the unrated director's cut and the theatrical, and special features are across all the discs. I think the special features are even on the 4K also. Whatever. Say what you want about the Riddick films, but all three of them are quite the enjoyable movie experience. I just wish the director, David Twohy, could come up with some better names because we go from Pitch Black to the Chronicles of Riddick to just Riddick. There is a fourth movie coming out, I think 2025. It's called Riddick Furia. Looking forward to that one. Vin Diesel, these are always his pet project films, and he always gives his best, so you can at least count on him to bring it for the fourth movie.
Remember, it could be anywhere.
I've always been into these films, and outside of the Fast and the Furious franchise, I feel like Vin Diesel is right at home in the Riddick character, going all the way back to 2000's Pitch Black. That was more of a horror flick, horror sci-fi. The second movie, The Chronicles of Riddick, is like a giant sci-fi epic, but this one kind of goes back to that first movie, more of a horror, single man type of movie, stripped down version of Riddick. And this movie shows Vin Diesel in all his badass glory. Along for the ride this time with Vin Diesel, you also had Dave Bautista and Katie Sackhoff. Riddick even manages to find a dog-like beast, but he ends up getting John Wicked. In any case, all of these films offer excellent visuals and great action sequences. This movie is no different. Let's get into it. 5 years after the events of the last film, Riddick has reluctantly lived his life as the Lord Marshal of the Necromongers, but because he won't accept their principles, he has constantly been watching his back as assassination attempts have been numerous. He wants to go home to Furia, which Valka helps arrange, but they take him to an unnamed world where they leave him for dead. When he comes to, he learns that he is not alone on this planet, but surrounded by evil dogs and giant scorpion-like mud demons, which somewhat resemble aliens when hunting in packs. In order to escape, though, he needs to lure mercenaries to an outpost to take one of their ships, which at that point, all hell breaks loose, as the impending storms unleash the mud demons. It's pitch black to the next level. It's odd that while Arrow Video released the first two films in 4K, this one was done by Shout Factory. With that being said, I was very pleased with the 2391 image in both Dolby Vision and HDR. The image was as clear as can be throughout from start to finish. Even though the bulk of the movie took place on a Mars-like planet, the image was flawless. Colors were very detailed, as was the shadow detail during the indoor shots. The special effects used to show what Riddick sees was always very detailed, and a neat thing to see. Skin detail looked true to life, and my only true gripe was some of the special effects shots, like when they were riding the hover cycles. They looked a tad fake. I guess 4K can do that to you. The audio, much like the previous films, didn't disappoint. I thoroughly enjoyed the Atmos mix on the last film, but unfortunately this one was only in DTS 5.1 HD, which still sounded amazing with excellent use of all speakers. including heavy use of the low-frequency effects and the surrounds. The score, again, was superb and definitely added to the experience. In terms of special features, you had to access them from both Blu-rays. The first Blu-ray had 3 new documentaries on the film, including new interviews with the director and even Katie Sackhoff. On the second disc, you had multiple documentaries and behind-the-scenes videos discussing the entire world of the film, the tech, the mercs, and many others. It's not Arrow Video special features, but it's close. Don't forget about the commentary track. This is a great release from Shout Video. I would have preferred this release to come out on Arrow, much like the other ones, but I guess they didn't have the rights. And Shout, they did a pretty good job, nonetheless, for this excellent Vin Diesel sci-fi romp. 9 out of 10. Well, that's today's review. Come back again for another 4K Blu-ray review.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, bruh.